Welcome back to my channel. Currently the bunny is in the cage, but I should go get her. I just don't want her near my tablet because I have the questions for. I want to do a book tag, so the questions are on the tablet. I just don't want her to eat the tablet, but I'll go get her because this channel is my channel and Belle's channel, so I'll go get the bunny. Okay, here she is. Yes, her paws are very yellow. This is what happens when she decides to sleep on hay. The hay makes her paws this orange. But yeah, she's doing great. She is a very happy bunny. She has run around freely today, which I can't not let her go free at night because she does things that she shouldn't be doing. But here she is. So today we're going to be doing a book tag. They are the questions I think from like a book tag from a few years ago, but I really liked the questions from this one, so I decided to do this book tag about the end of the year, like the books, a book tag from the end of the year. So the tag is the end of the year book tag. I'm not sure who did this one, but I found it on Reddit. And it's like on the Goodreads page on Reddit. So first question, an unpopular book you loved. I don't really have like, well, yeah, I do have an unpopular book. Well, I've been looking on Goodreads and there's a lot of people that love it, but also a lot of like 3 stars where people didn't really enjoy the book. I just realized that pile should be the other way around because, okay, there. It's gonna be better like this, just to grab up all the books. So the first question, an unpopular book that you loved. For me, it was the last story. No, wait, the second story in the Nancy Drew files. It's Deadly Intent. A lot of people weren't like, they gave it 3 stars. I gave it 4. Just because these books are just very stupid. They were made in the 80s, and you can kind of see the vibe of the 80s. It wasn't bad. I did enjoy it a lot. But obviously it's not the best one, so that's why people say that, it's not. They gave it less than what I gave. But this is the first book that I gave it more than it deserved. A book that was overhyped, in your opinion. I'm not saying that it wasn't bad. And I'm not saying that it was like, but it was hyped. It was everywhere. Well, it still is everywhere. And it's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Honestly, like all of V. Schwab's books are like always overhyped. And this is the only one that I actually managed to read. I don't know what it is. I tried A Darker Shade of Magic. I tried Vicious. I just couldn't get into any of her books. But I did like this one. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I guess maybe it's because it takes place in France. I don't know. But I did like the characters. I liked every single character. Even the character of Luke. I loved him. But yeah, it was really good though. But it was so like overhyped. It's everywhere. It's like every single person has read this book. But it's still good. Third question. Your favorite main characters or character of the year? For that question, I have 2 books. So, the first one is Of Monsters in Mainframe by Barbara Truelove. I loved every single character. I love the character, what's her name again? Demeter, I think. The AI in this book. I really loved Demeter. I loved Steward's like personality. Yeah, Demeter. And I did like the kids that are in this book that you see grow up over years. I really like those kids. I just forgot their names though. Anyway, I love the characters in this book a lot. So, Of Monsters in Mainframe by Barbara Truelove. I also recommend this book. It's really, really good. Also, if you've been following any other TikTokers or YouTubers, this is actually published by Easy Cat Press. So Jason something from Easy Cat Press. So like, yeah, Headley. So from Easy Cat, yeah. So really good. And then the other book that I read that I really loved the characters, I loved the chemistry between them, and I really liked the book in general, are the characters from Let's Split Up by Bill Wood. So like, yeah, I really liked even the ghoul. I love the ghoul also. But yeah, I loved every single character. I love the character of Buffy because she's mysterious and I love her. And also this is a pretty addition. So yeah, really love the characters in this. And the tablet closed. Okay. Alright. The most frustrating book that I've read this year. It's more of a magazine than a book. And it's not like frustrating and like the fact that it's not good. It's just because it's actually true stories. And it's this book here, Affaires Criminelles. And it's a true crime magazine. Actually talks about real events. So, well, like I said, it's true crime. But it's frustrating because there's a lot of stories in this that are about criminals, let's say just bad people, that did not get justice they deserve. For example, they're free. They can do what they want. But they shouldn't be free. Like, for example, the story of this girl here. It's frustrating. It's unsolved, and it's been 6 years. So, yeah. But this was really good, though. I still have a few pages left to read, but it's still frustrating because it's true stories, but they don't get solved. Best adaptation to screen. This year I did watch 2 adaptations of books. One of them is Outlander. I did watch, well, I'm currently watching the first season, and yes, I haven't read. I didn't watch Outlander yet. And I'm currently in book 3, so. But yeah, it's pretty faithful to the books. But the one that I think is more faithful to the book is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Yeah, Holly Jackson. I didn't finish the series yet either, but from the 2 episodes that I did watch, it's really accurate. And I do love the actress who plays the main character. Yeah, I forgot. Pip. I really like the actress who plays Pip. So it's the girl who plays Enid also in Wednesday. So I did like it. So I'm currently watching it. So it's a really good adaptation in my opinion. Next question. The bunny hasn't been moving a lot. Oh, no, you can't really see her. Okay. You can see her like this. Alright. What if I put my leg like this? Oh, yeah, now you can see her. Alright. Okay. The longest book that I've read this year. The longest book that I've read, honestly, I think it's one of the Outlander books. I'm not entirely sure, though. It was really long. Like, the audiobook was very long. Yeah, it was Outlander. What's the third book? Voyager? And it's like 900 pages. And, like, I've been listening to it on not Goodreads, on Audible. And it's like 40 hours long. So, that was the longest book that I've read. But it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And I enjoyed that one more than the first 2 books. The shortest book that I've read this year. And the shortest books that I read this year are those 2. L'ennemi aux griffes d'acier by Nadia Larouche. And it's like very short. It has like 119 pages. And this is from the edition Large Plaisir Tic Tac. I grew up with these books, this one and this one, La Disparition de Gunchos by Briac, were my two favorite books from that series when I was a child, and they're both very short. So I did read them this year, and La Disparition de Gunchos is 120 pages. So yeah, these are the shortest books that I read this year. Your favorite book cover of the year? If I have to pick any covers that I really like, I have to pick The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue. Of Monsters and Mainframe. They all fell on the floor, so. And let's split up. These are 3 of the best covers of the year, honestly, I think. The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue, a little bit less, because this cover is the cheapest cover that you can possibly find. But I guess you could say that the 2 best covers are these ones. This one because it's really colorful, and this one just because I love the color scheme. Red and black are my favorite colors. So I love the sprayed edges. So these have to be the 2 most beautiful books of the year. Next question. A book you haven't stopped thinking about. Well, let's split up for one. Ever since I read it, I can't stop thinking about it. I read it in the beginning of September when it came out. Oh no, I just realized there was stuff on the floor that I didn't clean up, and now the book has been touching it. Great. Anyway, I'll have to clean up my floor. But yeah, this is the book. I can't stop thinking about this one. But the one that I haven't stopped thinking about since 2023, honestly, and I reread every year. If I don't have an audiobook to read, I will read that one, and it's like a comfort book to me now. I can't even say how many times I read this book since I got it, and yeah. I've been talking about it already on the channel, so you've probably seen it, and it's The Shadow Glass by Jock Schwenning. This book, I mean, clearly, I love this book, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. So, yeah, this book lives rent-free in my mind, like every single scene. I can be doing a random thing, and all of a sudden I think of the main character, Jack. I don't know. Just one time, I was thinking about a friend of mine, and in my mind, I'm just like, oh, shoot. She is acting the same way as one of the characters in this, which was not, maybe not the best way to act, but yeah, I was thinking about a friend, and then I ended up thinking about this, so best book I read. And yeah, a book that well, it's not really a question in this, but it's like a book that I read that I also really enjoyed. It's just like an honorable mention of a book that I really enjoyed. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it as much as I did, but it was this. Dark Tides, The Devil's Heart by Candice Osmond. I really enjoyed this. It reminded me a lot of Outlander. Well, it was pitched as for the fans of Outlander, so I really enjoyed that book of hers, and I really want to read the rest of her series. So the highest and the lowest rated books that I read this year, I didn't even check. Like, most of the books that I read are like very high rated because a lot of people did like them, but a lot of them are very low rated as well. So honestly, I didn't even check. I don't check the ratings. Well, actually, yeah, the lowest rated book that I read this year I'm pretty sure from all the comments that I looked at, I did look at the comments of that one. It was Wicked by, I even forgot the name of the author because I couldn't get into the book. And I don't even know how the musical ended up happening with that as a source material. But yeah, right now it lives in the basement, and it's hers. She can play with that book as much as she wants. She chews on it because, yes, I have books that she can chew on, and they're books that I used for school. But I gave her Wicked because I was holding her once I was reading it, and she chewed on some of the pages. So yeah, that's my lowest rated book. A book with the most unique concept. To me, again, a book that was unique. It was this one. Again. Because yes, it was like Princess Outlander, and yes, it's a girl who ends up back in time. But I like the fact that it has magic, like magical realism, and like magic in general. And I love the characters. I love that it takes place on a pirate ship. It's very unique. And how she ended up back in time is also very unique. So yeah, I really enjoyed that book. Like I said already. A book that you read that you would reread. A book that I read and I would reread. This one, definitely. Let's Split Up. I will reread it as well. Before Be Right Back comes out. So after 2025, what are you prioritizing in 2026? And your reading choices. Just prioritize the books that I already have on my TBR, which are basically some of the books that I have are on not Audible, but on Kobo books. So like some of the books are digital copies. So I want to finish those books that I currently own. I even forgot the titles of the books. They're on the phone that I'm filming on right now. But yeah, and I would really love to read the other book. Oops. By Candace Osmond. So, Kingdom of Sand and Stars, Ancient Heart. So this is one of the books that I want to read next year, or possibly by the end of the year. But I do have some more books that I want to read. So, yep. So these are the books that I have that I want to read. And thank you again for watching this video. I know I'm all over the place as usual, but I guess this is just how I am. So, the bunny and I, we will say happy reading because we're about to go read. Is she going to give you a wink? Yeah. Okay. I love when she winks. She's adorable. So. Oh.